What's up? How y'all doing? This is your girl Hester, otherwise known as Danye, and you are now on Takeover TV. What's up? It's your girl, the singing nurse, otherwise known as Danye Hester, and you are now tuned in into Takeover. What's up? It's your girl, Danye Hester. Let me start over. What's up? It's your girl, Hester, otherwise known as Danye Hester, and you are now tuned in to Takeover TV.
Danye, what's up?
What's happening? I'm good, yourself?
Hey, welcome to Takeover TV.
Hey, I am glad and blessed to be here. Thanks for having me.
Hey, you're not nervous, are you?
Of course not. No, I live for this.
A lot of people are sat in that seat. Well, maybe not that exact seat, but in that interviewee seat.
Hey, then I'm ordained to be here then. I'm right up there with the best, so I'm thankful to be here.
I'm going to give you a fun fact that you might not know.
Come on.
Did you know that we were one of the first people to interview Megan Thee Stallion?
Actually, I did some little searching, so yes, I did know that.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Like some brownie points. Yes, I did.
Oh, so you did. So what you find on your research?
I just, I found out about that. That was wonderful. I saw the picture. I kind of figured out what you and Takeover TV is about. And I really love what y'all are doing in terms of getting people out there, giving people a platform to be on, to speak about themselves and whatever that they're trying to get out to the world. So I love it. I love everything about Takeover TV.
Well, thank you. That's a nice glowing review. Well, you don't earn yourself a second interview with that. Good.
Yes.
I will tell you, I was highly impressed that you got here 20 minutes early.
Thank you.
You would think that'd be something that's like, that should be just normal and it's coming, but it's not. I interviewed a lot of artists. Let's see, they average about 45 minutes late, hour late, sometimes 2 hours late.
Oh no. Well, I feel like if somebody gives you an opportunity to be on a platform that is not of their own, then the least that you can do is be there on time, be there ready and prepared and polished. And like my mother always told me, to be early is to be on time, and to be on time is to be late. So I'm always to everything at least 30 minutes early.
Keep that.
I sure will.
We're the same exact way. If I got anything to do, it's one thing, I'm not going to be as late.
Right. Because you're on other people's dollar, you're on other people's time. On
my own time, other people's time, I'm just not going to be late. I mean, maybe it helped that I did 20 years in the military, so maybe that kind of got embedded in me, but it's just one of those things that I kept.
Right. And that's a good thing to keep.
Some people just purposely late. I don't know why.
Well, I feel like I would never be that type of individual to be late, because I mean, there's people waiting on you, there's things that you have to get done. So I feel like the least that you can do, is to be on time and be ready for anything, So that's just always been me. Always something that my mama taught me. So I've always kept it.
But tell me about Danye.
Danye. Okay. So me, myself, and I'm actually a registered nurse. I just graduated from Northwestern State University.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So now I am serving as a NICU nurse. But something that I've always wanted to do is sing and to broadcast the gift that the Lord gave me is to sing. And so I've gotten a great team of people behind me because, of course, you can't do anything by yourself. Anytime. So I have people like Sean Allen, I have Ernest Jones, I have Trey Cooper, I have Katie Larson. I have like a team of people that believe in me that is behind my back 100%. So I just give God glory and honor for that. Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty decent team you got there.
Yes, I do. Yes, it's a blessing.
So what age you start singing at?
I started singing at the age of 2, actually. 2 years old. My mom heard me singing around the house. She was like, you got something. My mom is a minister of music locally. She's written for artists such as Stephanie Dotson. She's got to work with the Clark sisters. So she's very heavy in the gospel sector. Me, on the other side, I wanted to deep into the secular realm. So one of the biggest things I wanted to get was a blessing from my mother, in which I did. But I've been singing ever since I was 2 in the gospel arena, singing, in the choir ever since then. And it's just stuck with me.
So what was your favorite song when you was little?
You know, every time I went somewhere, I was singing Jesus Loves Me. And that's the most cliche song, the most simplest song, but it has a lot of meaning and a lot of power behind it.
Right.
The fact of the matter is we live in a world and a time and place where love is not something that's easily reciprocated, something that's not given freely.
Right.
And the fact that the Lord is such a being that he loves you through anything, loves you through thick and thin, loves you through your highs and lows. And you sing that, yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so.
Amen.
You know, amen. So it's just something that's easy, but something that can be just interjected into anything. And that's something that I've always stuck with, that song.
So did you enter any talent shows like in middle school? And
I did.
Did you win?
No, I did not win. I used to do 4-H shows a lot when I was in elementary school. And I was in Bossier at the time. And really, they were looking for more of the Broadway. You know, you have like this little girl that's of a different complexion. Let's be honest, we live in the South. And sing of a deeper register and tone that's more neo soul. It wasn't something that was easily accepted when I was growing up, and still isn't really. But yeah, I did 4-H talent shows, would win last place. But it taught me something. It taught me in, you know, anything that you want to do, there's going to be a struggle. There's going to be issues. There's going to be mountains that you're going to have to climb. And in those instances, I used to cry. And in that moment, my mom used to teach me about thick skin. And so that's something that has helped cultivate me into the artist that I am, to develop the thick skin, because you need it for this industry.
Okay, so what got you into nursing?
So, I've always wanted to be a pediatrician. I always wanted to do something with babies, with kids, anything. I love children. I feel like it's cliche to say, but they are our future, and they are. You know, they are very malleable beings. And to be there in such a time and place as, you know, young adulthood, infancy, childhood, adolescence, that's like a very impressionable time. So I knew that I wanted to go into that sector. Of course, I always wanted to be a singer, and I'm living out that dream currently, but I feel like music is feeding the soul. And I still wanted to be able to feed and assist and cultivate people, but I decided to do it medically. And so I decided to be a NICU nurse when I was in 3rd level of my clinical orientation portion at Northwestern, and I've loved it ever since. I get to teach and help not only the babies, but I'm there with the families as well. So that's just something that I really love to do.
So let me give you a hypothetical situation.
Come on, hypothetical.
Okay, you got your singer career. It's getting bigger and bigger. You finally blow. So you just gonna give up nursing, just be a full-time singer? Or
I will.
How's that gonna work for you?
It must be the Holy Ghost that is asking, maybe preparing me for this, because I've had so many people ask me this question. But I feel that I will still have some type of tie to the nursing sector, maybe just to speak on behalf of it or what we cater, but I will be doing full-time singing. But I feel like, with any gifts that I give, that I ascertain that I would use it also, especially in the NICU realm. If I can give or donate or do whatever I can to raise awareness about NICU or what we have to offer in nursing in general, then I would still be doing it.
Okay.
That's where the singing nurse comes into play. I feel like I can do a little bit, I really want to do my singing, but I don't want to all the way give up my nursing.
So how hard is it to balance nursing? I know you work long hours.
Yes.
And then a singing career, you're always in the studio creating music, writing music. So, I mean, how do you balance the both of them and still try to do your other things at the same time, like be with family, go out, and, just...
Through lots of prayer and supplication, I might tell you. I work at nights, so those hours are 12-hour days.
Right.
And then sometimes I'm in the studio maybe 2 to 3 hours. And then on top of that, then I have to do things with the church. So really, nursing school really taught me a lot about time management and what you need to do in a short amount of time. Of course, we're all allotted 24 hours in a day. So I have to find a way to bifurcate that time and to use it to the best of my ability. So, of course, I have that 12 hours of nursing that I can't, it's not a malleable change. The rest of the 12 hours that I have, I get 3 to 4 hours of sleep. I got to eat around there sometime.
Right.
And then I'm in the studio or working on music, or I'm doing a photo shoot or anything like that. So I'm not getting a lot of rest, but at the same time, the reward is I'm getting to see a rise and a flow in what I'm doing, both musically and in the nursing realm. So I love it. I mean, I wouldn't give it up enough.
Oh, because you know when you make it big musically, your schedule's not going to get any better. So
of course.
you might as well be prepared for it.
Exactly.
It's probably going to get even worse.
I'm down for it. I'm ready for it.
But is that really worse? I mean, that's a good thing.
Right. I mean, because you're doing something that you love. And if you're ever doing something that you love, I really don't find it as work. Like some people get into things and they're like, oh, I got to work. I got to do this. I got to do that. And they're not passionate about it. They don't love it. Right. But if I feel like if you love something, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's most worth it. Like it doesn't really matter how many hours you put into it. It's just the fact that if your heart is still in it, then it's worthwhile.
So you got your new single out?
I do.
Vacation?
Yes, Vacation.
How'd you come up with that name?
Okay, so I have been on, some dates. I'm a 22-year-old female, trying to get into the dating realm, trying to see what I like. And I went on this particular date, and the guy was rambling on about things. Oh, I do this, I do that. So I asked him a question that kind of put him off guard. And I said, what can you do for me that I can't do for myself?
I think I read that on the post somewhere. I remember this now.
That question, yes. And so immediately he was like, I don't think that we're going to work out. So I'm like, okay. So I paid for my ticket and I left.
Was he scared of the challenge?
Of course he's scared of the challenge. I'm not somebody that's easily malleable. I come and I set the tone. But I feel like we as women have to do that. We have to come already prepared. I feel like you don't need to come into a relationship half. I feel like if you're already whole and the person that you're entering a relationship is whole, then that's what makes it even better. But me coming in and saying, I want you to make me whole, that doesn't complete me. That completes you. You know what I'm saying? So I was sitting around, and that was at the same time when I was coming out, writing out GYTB. And I was like, what would be something that I would love to do with whoever I'm trying to talk to? You know what I'm saying? And so I came up with the concept of vacation. Going out, it doesn't have to really be anywhere, but just going out, having a good time, just me and that one person, my ideal kind of time with that individual. And that's what I came up with, that whole song. It just came up in my head.
How long did it take you to write it, come up with it?
So I have a godfather. His name is Ro Wright. He is in charge of Congo TV. He was the one who assisted me in helping me create that, so I can't give myself all the credit. I have to give him credit in that arena as well. He came up with not only the concept, but kind of the writing portion as well. I do a lot of my writing, but he assisted me in that, in Vacation. So we kind of just sat down and talked about, what would we want to portray out? What is a good summer song to have out there for somebody can jam to, that somebody can, be like, oh, I identify with that. I'm doing that right now. And so that's what we kind of came up with that concept.
I know you answered this question on your other interview, but maybe you might put a different spin on it this time. I don't know. In the industry today, they're not singing. Most of them are hip hop. You got Cardi B, Megan, Nicki, couple others, Cash Doll.
Yeah.
Most of their model or their thing is showing their bodies.
Yes.
For the most part. Do you ever feel, not saying internal pressure, but just from society, ever feel any pressure like this is going to be an uphill battle for me, or this might have to be kind of a route that I might have to go to make it in? What is your perspective on that?
That is a very excellent question. And I have actually run into that on several occasions. I feel like people kind of objectify women as not as a being or an entity, but something that can be easily put a price on. And right now the industry is asking, or not really asking us, but making us go into a direction of being overly sexy. Like we have to have this hourglass figure. We have to have everything that a man would want. And yes, I do have that pressure a lot from many individuals. I mean, you even see it on Instagram, you see it on Facebook.
Right.
People are not liking things that are good. Somebody that's going out into the community, that's doing things for the homeless or putting together initiatives. They're not really liking that, but they're liking the person with the flat tummy tea drink that's half naked. I mean, it's a societal thing,
Social media for you.
Social media for you. But I feel like what I have to offer and what I have to bring, I feel like will kind of, it won't be per se an issue for me. I really don't feel like I have to be naked to get a point across, right, or to get my music across. And that's why every time I go out or I'm somewhere, I'm in high fashion. My Jalen is my stylist. Shout out to Jalen Lewis. He's a wonderful stylist in Louisiana. And he puts me in things that are not overly sexy, but I can be identifiable as an adult, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I just really feel like in today's time and age, there's a pressure to try to be something that you're not. And I really want to be that one person that's in the music industry that's like, okay, she's been the same person ever since back in Shreveport. Right. You know, I just want to be somebody who is humble, who is down to earth, and that I don't have to show myself to show myself.
Have you ever came across it got to a point where you was like, oh no, this music thing, I might just need to just kind of just hang this thing up? Because I know it's a lot of hard work. It's a hard grind. I mean, has that ever came across your mind before? Like
several times.
Right.
Several occasions. You know, in the climate that we're in and in the place that I'm in now, sometimes you feel like you don't have this support from people that you would think that you would have this support from. You know, you would think that if I support you, it's reciprocated.
Oh, yeah.
But the place that I'm in now, I just feel like if I break through that, if I break through the mold, then everything that God has for me is on the other side. And nothing that is given to us comes easy. I mean, even diamonds have to be pressurized before we wear it. So, of course, I've gone through many times where I've cried in my room and I'm like, you know, I'm thinking like, why isn't my music getting out there? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't this happening? Why isn't that happening? But at the end of the day, you know, things don't happen overnight. And so I internalize that and I turn it into fuel for me to keep going and hitting that wall until it breaks.
I tell you what, social media is a big thing now.
It is.
So, you know, advice to you that you probably don't heard before, make sure you're on top of your social media.
Exactly.
You know, make sure that you take the clips, be engaging with your fans.
Right.
Fans comment, engage with them. I mean, people love engagement. That algorithm picks up engagement. Mm-hmm. One thing that I see artists make a mistake of, and they downplay it, which I think they shouldn't, is paid promotion and marketing. A lot of artists don't take advantage of that.
Right.
They rely on their friends and family to share all their videos, share all their songs and stuff. But that algorithm is a real thing. Right. And sometimes to break past that, you might have to put $5 or $10 on the boost.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of artists, they put out a dope video. They'll post it once and never post it again. And it gets buried in the news feed. And you'll put all this money into this nice creation that you've made, and it's gone. You know? Right. So I see that over and over. They send it to me, I post it, I do my thing with it. Right. But I'm a blogger. I go on to the next person, you know. I go to the next person, because there's so many artists.
Exactly.
But, you know, just don't solely rely on the fans to get your stuff out there. Right. Of course, you got to put in the work too. And there is nothing wrong with paid promotion.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, I just see it too many times.
And I have seen it as well, yes. Especially when I came out with my first music video and I did Real Woman. And I did what you have asked me to do, the paid promotion. And you see it. You see it a whole lot. Like you go from maybe like 4,000 views and then the next day you turn around and you have 25,000 views. And so it's all about what you said, getting that promotion out there. And sometimes you got to, you know, pay, but you pay for what you want.
Because some people think it's buying views. You're not buying views. You're putting your music out there in front of more people. Exactly. And people still have to take the action to click and like and view and share. So I'm glad you got that perspective. And I'm glad you understand that. Because your song is dope. I like it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I think, I know it's early right now, but you got the right mindset. Your attitude is good. You're timely. which is a huge thing. People will really appreciate that because you shocked the hell out of me. I'm like, they here? I just knew they had another 30 minutes to sit around, but that's good. That's good.
Yes, sir.
Keep on that road that you're on. You're only 22. You got a long way to go.
Yes, sir.
The party is just starting.
Just beginning.
So what's next? What's next? What's coming up?
So, fun fact, we're actually going to, well, when I say we, I mean my team, because it's nothing, there's no me without we.
I understand.
But there is an EP coming out very soon. It's called Breaking Dawn, and it basically encompasses the solar system into my thought processes. So, sounds interesting, doesn't it?
Interesting.
I'm going to leave it at that to keep you more interested.
So you just...
I'm going to leave you at a cliffhanger. But yes, it encompasses the solar system. We have one song that has to that's about the moon. We have one about the stars. And then Breaking Dawn is the, really what the sun is. It's the beginning of a brand new day, the beginning of a brand new horizon. And so that's really what that end song, which is the apex of the EP, is about. Me breaking out.
So any kind of release date or just coming soon?
It's coming soon. You just got to be on the lookout for it.
Any performances coming up or anything? Or?
Yes, I actually have one on August the 10th. It's our first Shreveport Greek cookout that we have going on. So I've been blessed with the opportunity to be doing that. We have an excellent person that's in charge of that. His name is Josh Mitchell. So we're doing that, and then I have some other things that's coming out. I have a music video, maybe not, that's going to be coming out in the works. So it's a blessing. We
music
just
video,
out there.
huh?
Yes.
Well, I would be more than happy to put it on Takeover TV.
Well, come on then. Yes.
I'll be waiting on it.
Yes, we actually did one of our all calls for some of the people to be in it that wanted to be a part of it back July 14th. And so we're doing the production of that on August the 4th. So it's right around the corner. It's like, 9-10 days away. So I'm excited.
Look at you. You just glowing.
I am, because I love what I do, and it's just a really big passion of mine. It's wonderful to just see things in your mind from so many years ago. It's just been in your mind dormant to actually see it going to fruition. It's just a blessing.
Before we wrap up, one fun question.
Come on.
If somebody came to you like, look, I'm going to give you one collab with anybody, dead or alive, I'm going to give you one collab.
Ooh. Just one?
Who you getting? Okay, I'll tell you what. I give you two.
Oh.
I'm giving you a bailout. You don't get no more bailouts. I'm giving you two.
Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson is my all-time favorite artist. I love Michael Jackson. I mean, even when I went to middle school, I dressed up like him. My hair used to be cut like him. Like, I was a diehard fan. Michael Jackson, and let's spice it up a little bit. I'm not going to give you nothing cliche. Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday?
Billie Holiday. Can't you see that? That's out of the moon. That is
That's the reason I was trying to picture Billie Holiday, Michael Jackson, and Donkey.
That would be a whole I don't even know what to call that, but that would be some flavor. That would be some flavor.
I call it platinum.
There you go.
I call it platinum.
Platinum, for real. I feel like that would be so lit. But yeah, Billie Holiday and Michael Jackson.
Any shout outs?
Let's say, shout out to my mom, the Reverend Dr. Sonia D. Hester, who has been with me thick and thin, who has got me out of some of my biggest ruts that I have created myself in my mind. I love you. Thank God for you. Shout out to C.E. Byrd High School, where I am an alumna of. Shout out to Northwestern State University. Shout out to the glamorous Xi Epsilon chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
Oh, look at that.
C5.
Look at that.
Yes.
Well, I have enjoyed you. You have been impressive.
Well, thank you. God bless.
Said, you showed up. I don't know how many times I said that. You showed up early.
Look, hey, I'm glad that you appreciated that. Because, not everybody, really takes that in consideration. But thank you for that. So I appreciate it, that you appreciated it.
You're on your way, because I say this on camera. I'm selective on who I interview, because it's always about protecting the brand.
Right, exactly.
So I'm selective. I don't normally do interview requests. I normally go pick my people.
Right.
So when I send you on the social goats, you were impressive. Mr. BJ Tisby gave you a glowing review. So I'm like, okay, Let's keep the media tour going.
Oh, I appreciate it. I thank God for that connection, and I thank God for the connection that we have now established.
So, when you make it big,
yes.
You know, I can't get in touch with Megan Thee Stallion anymore.
No,
so,
no, I got you. I got you.
So when you make it big, I just want just one little interview.
Of course.
Hold little old me.
Yes, not little old you, because you gave me the platform to speak. So of course I'll return the favor. Of course.
And there it is.
Yes, sir.